Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another speed build. My name is Captain Shack with TGN. This time, as you can see, it's the X-Wing from Star Wars, and I've already got kind of the general shape down. I just threw down one level and started building from there. So, I just recently did a video kind of covering Space Engineers. They just launched this early alpha build over on Steam on the 23rd. And I've taken it to the community and said, let's see what cool stuff we can build, and then we'll make a montage of it and we'll send it over to the devs. Maybe they can use it for a trailer or something. So, this one should be, I thought would be an easier build. Last time it was Slave 1, lots of rounded, pretty much the whole ship has a curve to it. And what a pain that was. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take something that's less curvy, much more straight lines, maybe I can build that. And absolutely failed at placing the cockpit exactly where I wanted it. I had to like cut the ship in half and redesign the front. That's what I'm doing right there, trying to get the cockpit someplace that makes sense. I was gonna actually have it like down in the ship frame. That didn't really work out though. Yeah, because what happens is you can't see. It blocks the majority of your view. Like, okay, that's not gonna work. Now the ship does have like some slopes on it, which are gonna be odd to build, but. So, if you're not familiar with Space Engineers, I'm going to run through a little bit about what the game's about and some of the new news that's out. So, first thing, it is a space building game, block-based, much like an early version of what Minecraft was when it first released. Not a lot of functionality to it, like there's no mining yet, there's no refining ore, but it's all, actually found out the devs already have that. It's in the build that's been released, it's just locked because they're stress testing it and trying to balance it. I mean, there's already, you can see where they're going with it. They have like the mining tools, they've got a refinery, so you can refine the ore that you mine into the metals that you need to build the ships, the stations. You can build giant ships, you can build fighters. Right now I'm focusing on the fighters just to kind of get the fundamentals down. And what I've noticed is my designs have been very, I think, cool looking, but not very functional because I've been strapping like giant engines to the back and almost nothing to help me turn up front and slow down. And so controls have been a little awkward. This one's probably a lot better than my last one, which was Slave 1. But still, really fun build. Kind of, you can see the shape is really coming along now. Got the engine strapped to it. I actually ended up loading this with the, full of weapons at one point, which looks really badass once you get to it. So the developers have said that the big push, a lot of questions have come to me, is there going to be multiplayer? Is there multiplayer? Multiplayer is not implemented yet, but that is the top priority of the developers right now. October 23rd is released. It was all about getting that release out, getting it stable and bug-free, and testing it on a crap ton of systems, with different versions of Windows, 32-bit versus 64. So now that they've got it stable, and for me personally, I haven't seen any bugs. I got one crash when I alt-tabbed, but I was also running Fraps at the time and forgot to turn Fraps off. So that's probably why the crash happened, but it runs beautifully. Even with like all the ships I've got going now, I've got 2 ships here and this big cruiser sitting next to me that came with the map I'm playing on, and I'm standing on a small space station, and I haven't really seen any type of FPS drop. The video you're seeing now is sped up to 600% the normal speed, so it may be a little chuggy, might not be perfectly smooth, but that's why. That's probably more a rendering thing. So trying to build the wings, the guns on there, I went with a couple ideas, but just basic blocks ended up being the best one. I strapped some miniguns that are in the game already to the front of it, so once the guns are operational, this baby will be loaded with weapons, and they'll actually shoot right from where they're supposed to, like the movies. Added a little bit more to it, gave them like a slope, and built them up, because you can see on the wings in the actual picture, they're a little thicker. Not bad. What really gets me, and I'll add this to the video, I finished this. This took me a few hours last night to make, and it was kind of a speed build. How fast can I put this together? A closed-winged X-Wing. Because I thought building one with the wings open wouldn't look very good. But if you should be looking at a screenshot right now. Yeah. Not even the very next morning, I had a message from somebody in the community who made, it's just awesome. Look at this X-Wing he's made, and he's got it with the wings open. So he just blew mine out of the water. I think his looks better than mine, but you guys will have to tell me your opinion. As you can see on the engines, I actually decided that the engines were, instead of just bare blocks, I shoved some rocket launchers in there, because you know what, why not? I thought it looked cool. Kind of looks like an intake, and once weapons are online, I'll have 4 rocket pods ready to go. So then I started painting her, gave her 1 good coat, and the paint job that I did 2 different paint jobs on it. The first one was based off of a different picture than the one you see here. I don't know, it didn't really match the way I wanted it to, and I think off camera I went through and I fixed the how the nose is set up and how the red paint works on the nose. But the little space where R2 goes to, or fits into, I actually put a thruster in there. Might as well have a little functionality to it. I did find out something interesting. When you add these light reflectors, they don't automatically start as online. So you actually have to get into the ship. If you hit K, it'll open up all your subsystem menu, and you can actually flip on and off subsystems. So say you don't want the big cruiser engines on the back to be online while you're dogfighting, because those are just for cruising, getting someplace really fast. You can go into your subsystem menu, flip a switch, and turn them all off, and then you'll just have like the maneuvering jets to dogfight with. It's pretty cool. So that's actually how you turn on the reflective lights, and they're really, really bright. You'll see when I'm flying around a little later how bright these things actually are. But there you go, about to be finished up, still working on the front end. I could not get the front end right. I messed with it forever. I really want to see what you guys come up with. I've already gotten like 4 or 5 emails with pictures and whatnot. Yeah, there she is, all finished with a new paint job. I think it came out pretty good. I still like my Slave 1 the best, but with the paint all on there, the closed-winged X-Wing. Not too shabby. Now, I did put landing gear on the back end, which it's sitting on right now. Oh, no, it's not. That's right, because I landed too hard and I broke them off. But I had landing gear on there, and the back end is so heavy that the front doesn't actually need landing gear. She's just floating right now. But I think it came together pretty well. She's fairly maneuverable. Inside the nose area, there are thrusters. You can see them on the left and the right, and there's actually a couple underneath built into the ship to give it a little more maneuverability. Jump in and give her a joyride. But there you have it. I really want to see what you guys can come up with, so shoot me a message, link me a video if you're taking one with Fraps, maybe Bandicam, whatever you use, and then upload it onto your YouTube channel. You can even leave it unlisted if you want, and I will put them all together. We'll get this community like montage going, and I'll send it to the developers. We've already got some really cool stuff. We've got a guy making a Lambda shuttle from Star Wars. There's a lot of Star Wars stuff. We've got somebody had mentioned doing the Enterprise, but he wasn't sure if he was going to try to go through with it. The X-Wing that I've already showed you guys. There's a lot of cool stuff. All right. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe here on TGN for more gaming goodness, or come on over to my channel, The XP Gamers, where we support the modding community and all space sims, because I cover a lot of them, because I love this genre that's coming back. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.